How's it going, everybody? I'm here at McMahon Stadium with Coach Harp, Jay McNeil, and Nick Boyda. I would like to start off by saying we're incredibly honored today to have Jay McNeil and Coach Harp and Nick Boyda to take their time out of their schedule because they are all very, very busy people. We know how busy all three of you guys are, and we thank you so much for taking the time to share all you guys' experiences and insights with us today. I'm just going to get a quick introduction from each one of you guys. We'll start off with you, Coach.
Okay. My name is Coach Harp, and I've been coaching high school football, community football for the last 20 years. I also played football in BC. I played community football, then I played college football, and then I ended up also coaching in Team Alberta with the football. And one of the biggest things I realized is in 2019, I was given an opportunity to have the opportunity to run Kids Play Foundation. It's a charity that helps kids to stay away from drugs, gangs, and violence. One of the most important things we do is we offer our programs that are free at no cost, because what we want to do is we want to break barriers. And the most important thing is we want to make sure that every child gets the opportunity to play sports.
Jay McNeil, everybody.
Thank you very much. First off, welcome to McMahon Stadium. We love this place, and we love welcoming Kids Play. We love welcoming Sursangam Radio. Thank you for being here. I'm Jay McNeil. I'm a former player for the Calgary Stampeders, and now I'm president, and excited to you guys to be joining us.
Hi, I'm Nick Boyda. I'm Director of Ops here at Calgary Stampeders. So I've been doing this position here for the year. I've been with the football ops side for 7 years, moving into this position to help grow this organization and get the community built further around the Calgary Stampeders.
Awesome. Well, that was quite an introduction from the three of them. So I'm going to start off with the first question. It's going to be directed towards you two. How do you see this season's roster standing out compared to the past years?
Great question. And last year, we finished the season with a record of 5-12-1. And so we were very deliberate through the offseason that we wanted to make change and we wanted to build a championship team. And so, we made more trades in the month of November than we've done in the last 3 years combined. We were very active in free agency, which is something that we not normally is not our normal strategy. And then we had a great draft. And so we're going to have significant changes on the field, and it's all about winning a Grey Cup championship.
Awesome. All right. Kind of an add-on to the next question. Which additions or returning players do you think will have the biggest impact on and off the field?
Oh, you want me to take this one too? All right. Well, new players, obviously we have to start with Vernon Adams. He was on his way to be the most outstanding player last year. And, so we were excited to make a trade to bring him in at quarterback. Dominic Rhymes, Tevin Smith. We've got a bunch of new players that we've signed as free agents that we're really excited about. We're going to score some points this year on offense. And then on defense, we've got Miles Brown. He's 300 pounds, and he's going to be a defensive lineman. That's going to be a stop in the run. We've also got Damon Webb, one of our DB/linebackers. We've really improved our defense as well. And then for returning players, you can't argue. We got legends like Reggie Bagleton. What's our kicker's name? Rene Paredes. How do you forget something like that, right? So we've got a great blend of old and new that we're really excited about for our team.
That's awesome. You guys have a bunch of amazing players coming out this year. You guys are doing amazing. I saw you guys 2 preseason games against BC and the Edmonton Elks, which were amazing to watch. And then I have another question for this one's going to be for all three of you. What are you most looking forward to this season on the field or even behind the scenes? We'll start off with you.
I'm excited about the quarterback. Jay, I like how you picked up a BC Lions. I'm excited about that. And I'm happy off the season. What we're looking at how we could contribute East Fan Zone. We're also looking at contributing with August 9th, Heritage Night with the Stampeders. Off the field, we just try to do a lot of community work with the Stampeders to make sure every child gets to meet some of the professional players in their elements.
I think my biggest thing is seeing this team grow on the field. All the new players in here, we're going to have a new dynamic, new energy amongst this entire stadium. And it's exciting to see over the first 2 preseason games, everybody getting involved. And we're going to have some difficult decisions, which is a good thing for us as an organization. Off the field, I think getting everybody from the community to come out and try a game, see what it's about. enjoy the energy that McMahon Stadium can have. And there's a nice ice cream shop that just came in here too, so I'd try out the new ice cream shop because we haven't had it before.
Well, the philosophy we've taken this year is we want to be bigger and we want to be bolder on and off the field. And so we've talked about, building a championship on the field, but we're trying to build a championship off the field as well. In the introduction of the first Stampede Bowl on July 3rd, we're bringing Brett Michaels to play the halftime show, and it's about being bigger and bolder and partnering with the Stampede, to bring in, new fans into the stadium. And then as we look to engage our community, whether it's newcomers to Calgary, newcomers to Canada, as we build to the Grey Cup in 2026. And it's about introducing this game, this league, and this brand to all Calgarians and to all of Canada. So we're really excited about what we're doing.
Those are amazing responses from all three of you. It is always amazing to see the community grow and everything like that. Another add-on question to the preseason games. So are there any new strategies or anything you guys are planning on doing in the next steps after the 2 victories over the BC Lions and the Edmonton Elks?
Well, I don't know if we want to give away all our secrets on the field, but the plan is to continue to keep winning. We're undefeated right now, and we want to continue that as we head into the regular season.
Awesome. Okay. How was behind the scenes on planning the upcoming FanFest?
Nick's been very involved in that, so I'll let him talk.
FanFest has been one of our events that we really like to tie on from a family fun kind of perspective. It's a free event in the entire city. So for us, it's kind of been, we're building off of what we had last year. This will be the first time that we're going to announce the 2025 Calgary Stampeders roster. It's the first time we've ever done it at FanFest. We've moved it in the later date specifically to hopefully get some better weather, which right now 24 degrees, we'll take that. But then also the opportunity to show off our new 2025 Calgary Stampeders team this season. So we're going to have bouncy castles out there, face painting. We're going to get the kids to interact in football drills and see if they can do it. We're going to have autographs from the players. Jay's going to get up there and speak and get everybody fired up like he usually does. We're going to have our patio going with burgers, which is going to have happy hour the entire time. So a great opportunity. And I can't miss out, we added a pancake breakfast at 9 a.m. to start here. So pancake breakfast, you can get your breakfast, you can get your lunch, and you can have a family fun activity for free all day long. So
I'm going to have to come for those pancakes in the morning. And same with you, Coach. I know you and Kids Play have a huge role in FanFest upcoming on May 31st here too. Let's get your insights on that.
We've been building this, Jay and I, we've been building this and Stampeders, Kids Play, and the communities. We've been building this for 3 years. Our biggest thing is we want to bring new immigrants, newcomers, and we've been getting a lot of questions. Just to let you guys know, the game you guys played on Friday, we brought with our partners, Kids Up Front, we had 87 people come to the game. I know last year, one of the games in the wintertime, we brought 200 kids. It's not just kids, it's about community. And the most important thing is this partnership we have with everybody, I think is very, very awesome, because the most important thing is we've got to realize that kids get to see the players, families get to understand what this game is. After I'm done this, I want to show you an email of a family who's come to Canada. Their 2 daughters, they learned the rule of the game, and they were this was their second game they got invited to. So this kind of stuff actually warms our heart.
Amazing.
That was an amazing response. Jay, what does your typical game day look like as a president of the Stampeders?
Well, that's actually a really great question. A lot different than when I was a player, but I still like to come early, like I did when I played, just to get used to, see what's going on around the stadium. I used to walk around, probably 4 hours before the game starts, just to see what's happening in the stadium. I'll do a walk around the tailgate. We have some of the best tailgating in the league, and visit with fans. And then I always start the game on the sideline. I want to see, number one, what do our fans look like, and what's the energy from that perspective. But I also want to see how we're coming out as a team, and watch the first few series on the sidelines. And then I'll go up and I'll visit our suite holders on the west side. I'll go over and visit our suite holders on the east side, and then any partners that are here, I want to come and say hi and say thanks for their support. And then I try to finish the game back down on the sideline. I hope it's not a tight game, but if it's a tight game, I want to make sure I'm watching the end of the game there.
Another add-on to that previous question I just had for you, Coach NJ, was the weirdest superstition or pregame ritual you've ever seen in the locker room?
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't think this was necessarily a superstition, but I remember one of my teammates who really liked to walk around naked on game day specifically. I don't know why he did that. I don't think it was superstition. I think he just liked to bother guys. So,
yeah, that's most definitely weird.
For me, we didn't have superstition, but we did a lot of initiations for a lot of our players. One of the initiative we had for the rookies was we made them run naked at Safeway. That was the one there. Safeway. Yeah, that's about it for us.
All right. If your team were to be cast in a movie, who's playing the head coach, the quarterback, and yourself, Jay?
I think Nick should answer this one.
Yeah. All right, Nick. Here you go. You've been put on the hot
Ask
seat.
me again.
All right. If your team were cast in a movie, who's playing the head coach, the quarterback, and yourself?
I don't know that Dave would be happy about this one, but it's the only one actor that I can think of that is maybe on the less tall side and balding is Paul Giamatti, but he doesn't really look like him. So and then as far as I'm concerned, who's playing me is I've been told that I look a lot like Ted Danson. I don't know if I agree with that, but maybe I'll go with that one. I'm going to use that as a compliment. Okay. And then who plays Vernon Adams?
I don't know who you'd go there.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one. Maybe we give that one to Coach Harp.
Yeah. You got to feel out his.
All right, you got to figure out who's being casted for the quarterback position.
Oh, that's easy. Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx.
I like that. Yeah,
Jamie Foxx would be the best one. Yeah, there you go.
Now, this is a food question. I know you guys love food as a football team, all right? Yep. Which city has the best road trip food stop?
Great. You go. That's a great question.
I think the biggest for me is sushi in BC. I think you got to go down by the harbor. You got to sit there, get some nice fresh sushi, and just enjoy the harbor. That's kind of my go-to on the road is sushi in Vancouver.
Well, I do love going to Vancouver for the seafood, sushi. My favorite is Montreal. Montreal is such a diverse city. You got Schwartz's smoked meat. You've got Gibby's Steakhouse in Old Montreal. There is just so much. You got Montreal bagels that you can go. It's such a great spot for food. I love going there.
I sure do love both of those. I love my fair share of sushi and bagels. All right. Was there a team or player you pretended to be as a kid in the backyard or street games?
Well, I was always built like an offensive lineman, but I never wanted to be an offensive lineman. So I would say, I remember being young, and the Steelers were winning 5 Super Bowls, and Terry Bradshaw was the quarterback. So I loved Terry Bradshaw. So I always pretended to be him. Never once got to throw a ball in a game, but hey, that's who I loved as a kid.
I never really identified with a specific person. I would always just put myself out there as QB1. I was always, here comes QB1, throwing the ball as far as he could. There was no specific player. As long as I was QB1, I was happy.
Yeah.
For me, growing up, it would have been number 56 from the New York Giants, Lawrence Taylor. Yeah. I looked up to him ever since I played football.
Those are all very good choices for being somebody. All right, Jay. I know some rules in CFL you don't like, maybe, but if the CFL added one brand new rule and you got to make it up, what would it be?
Oh man, that's a loaded question. I mean, first off, I love the CFL game, so all the rules, including the Rouge, I'm a fan of. We've been around for over 110 years, so we've been around for a long time, and we have our own brand of football. I don't know that I would necessarily change it up a little bit, but anything that would, because I'm a former offensive lineman, anything that would rule that would give them an advantage, I'm in favor of.
I completely agree. We're going to go down the line. Everybody, if there was a rule that you could make, what would it be?
If there was a rule, no hitting from behind, or what do we call them, chop blocks, because we want to keep our knees safe.
Is it down in there?
I would have to go with the old shootout style for overtime wins. None of these ties anymore. You line up the kickers and you see who can kick the ball the farthest to win the final game.
I like that one. That one would be very fun, trying to see somebody kick it from like 65 yards. If you could trade places with anyone in the like a CFL player for one game, past or present, who would it be and why?
Man, these are great, tough questions. Well, I think I'm going to take the easy way out on this one, and I'm going to go with a former teammate of mine, Doug Flutie, and simply because he's part of one of the greatest plays in U.S. college football history, and I would love to have experienced what that would have been like as the guy who threw that Hail Mary pass at the end of the game.
Doug Flutie is an amazing option. I quite like that one personally. You, Coach, who would you switch places with, past or present, and why?
That's a good question.
No BC Lions.
No. I like to do NFL, but I know if NFL would be Jerome Bettis. And here, who would it be? It would be you guys gonna Wally Bono. I always looked up to him. He's a great coach, and he has a lot of wins under him.
I think I'd have to go with a current player, and we chatted about him earlier. It's Reggie Begelton. I think the guy carries himself so well in the community. He's involved with the community, and he's a true pro. And I think just changing places with him for one day, just to experience and learn from him, and kind of be involved in the community more, and just have some fun.
We got the bus, we got Flutie over here, and we got Begelton. I would like all three of those on one team. And here's another one, and this is going to be a very, very unique question, I would say. If you could add one fictional character to your roster this season, who would it be, and what position would they play?
How about we start down there this time?
Okay.
Fictional character. I think we'd have to go with the Roadrunner, see the fastest guy and beat that 4-3, run as fast as he can all the way down the field. That's who I'd go with.
I would probably go with the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And the reason why is see how many sacks he could get.
Yeah, that was going to be my thought as well. But I'll maybe, and this is to stick on the football lines. Remember the water boy, Bobby Boucher? Right? He was such a character, and I bet you he would sell a lot of tickets for people to come and watch him play.
Yeah, I would most definitely come for some high quality H2O. That's for sure. Which teammate or player would survive the longest on a desert island, and who would tap out first?
From the roster that I know in that dressing room right now, Will Longley would probably survive the longest, hands down. The first guy to tap out, that's a tough one. You got to decide who you're throwing under the bus here, ultimately. If it came to football stuff and kind of surviving out there, probably me. I'd probably decide, it's too cold out here or something, and I'd be the first to tap out.
Oh, you're going to give it to me, eh?
Yeah,
So
gotta get the answer from you, Jay.
I was thinking for the first, or the one that would last the longest, I was going to go with Aaron Crawford. He's a small town boy from Medicine Hat. He's got that sort of farm strength to him. And so I think, he'd be mentally tough to withstand it. As far as the first to tap out, I mean, all our guys, and I'm not just saying this, are so mentally tough. I'm not sure any of them would, but, maybe I'll pick Coach Dickinson. right? It's in an office a lot of the day. It's not the same as when you're playing on the field. So we'll pick him to tap out. He likes nice food, and I don't think eating coconuts all day will be good for him.
No. Yeah, I know that was a tough question for you, Nick and Jay. I don't want to throw anybody specifically under the bus, but you guys answered those questions quite awesome. All right, we're going to play a little game with Jay, Coach, and Nick called This or That. So, everybody, offense or defense?
Offense all the way.
Offense?
I had to disagree with Jay. Defense wins championships.
Offense. Everybody likes scoring points.
We're going to have to be 2-2. I'm a defensive person. Home games or away games?
Definitely home games. No better place than McMahon Stadium.
I would agree with Jay. Home games are the best.
Home games all day.
I agree with home games, but when you guys are playing at BC Place, that's a whole another thing out there. A big hit or a pick six?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I want to say big hit, but hey, you can't win a game without scoring any points. So I'm going to go with pick six.
Being a defensive guy, I like big hits.
I'm a big pick six guy. Yeah.
All right. Winning ugly or losing in style?
We get paid to win, baby.
Yep.
I would have to say win.
Win ugly.
Winning across the board. Snow game or rain game?
Oh, snow. Yeah, for sure, snow.
I would say rain because it's easy for the defense to get a pick six.
It's a tough one. It depends how much is raining, but I'd definitely probably go snow game.
Now, this is also another good question. Locker room hype music or silent and focused?
Oh, I'm definitely a locker room hype music. That gets me going for sure.
Music.
Hype music for sure.
I can't disagree with that one. 2-minute drill or goal line stand?
Oh, man. That goal line stand. I'm going to go, yeah.
2-minute drill.
2-minute drill.
It's going to have to be goal line stand for me. Natural grass or turf?
The way this new turf is, I go with turf all day.
Turf?
I played on turf, but I like the grass more better.
Definitely the turf.
I'm going to have to tie this one up, and I'm going to have to pick natural grass for this one. Classic book play or playbook or trick plays?
This is like line up and play, so classic playbook.
All right.
I would go for a trick play.
Definitely a trick play.
Jay, we're going to have to see some trick plays this year. Quarterback sneak or fake punt?
I do like a good fake punt, so let's say that.
All right.
I like to see Vernon Adams this year to do quarterback sneaks a lot.
Definitely a fake punt.
I am going to pick a quarterback sneak because you can't go wrong with the defense on those. It's just one big play that makes or breaks the game. Now, this question is going to go across for all of you guys, and it's the last question of the interview. What's the one message or example you hope this Stampeders season sends to young fans who dream of being a part of the game someday?
Well, this is going to be our 80th season. And so for almost 8 decades, we've been bringing Calgarians together in community. And so we want to make this just an incredible year for all Calgarians and welcome everybody to McMahon Stadium because it's going to be a fun year. We're going to be bigger. We're going to be bolder. And it's just going to be a lot of fun.
2025 season and 2026 season is going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot this season for sure. Coach?
I would like to say that playing amateur football, playing next level football. Kids got to keep dreaming and they got to keep playing. And the most important thing is for the parents, just imagine your child gets a scholarship that takes the university, all that stuff away. I say, you know what? It's worth it at the end when you make it to the pros and achieve your dreams.
I think mine's building the sense of community and kind of the memories as a family. Getting out here and just kind of experience what a game has to offer, even if it's not just the game, but developing that community and that excitement that comes with it. I remember when I was a kid, I still remember my first Stampeders game. I had no idea what football was. My parents brought me out here and I wanted to come back for more. Just coming and enjoying these memories that you'll remember forever is just a great opportunity that I think everybody can come out and check out, and the Stampeders can provide it.
Well, that's all the time we have today. I thank Jay, Coach, and Nick for taking the time out of you guys' busy schedule for me to ask these questions. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next time.